Hello everyone, welcome to Route 53 Part 4. This is our agenda. We'll start with a demo. In the first demo, I'll show you some complex routing, and in the second demo, we'll see an integration of Route 53 and Elastic Load Balancer. Then we'll talk about integration with other AWS services, then pricing, and finally, we'll conclude Route 53 with design patterns. This is the complex routing I was talking about. At the top layer, we'll have latency-based routing policy with our domain name aws-foundation.tk. The first EC2 instance would be in region US East 1 and the second one would be in AP South 1 Mumbai region. Each record set will correspond to additional record sets with active passive routing policies. That means this record set will actually point to another record set with the same domain name but different instances, and they will follow active passive routing policy or failover routing policy. Let's see the demo now. We'll create multiple record sets for the same domain name, and then we'll create this complex routing policy. We'll have a latency based routing policy which will be created using two different record types in two different regions. Each of this record type will point to a failover routing policy with two different record types, but the domain name would be different. We are not using a domain name, we are using a subdomain here. If you see, www.us.aws-foundation.tk is the subdomain which we are using here. The reason for using subdomain is because we cannot create different record types with the same domain name. Same is the case here. It will also point failover routing policy with type alias, and these would be the subdomain names of those record types. I'm running 4 EC2 instances, 2 in Mumbai region and 2 in North Virginia region. I have created health checks for all the 4 EC2 instances. As you can see, all the health checks are reporting the EC2 instances to be healthy. In this architecture, we'll have to create record sets from bottom up. That means first we'll have to create record sets for failover policy, and then we'll have to create record sets for latency based routing policy which would point to the failover record sets. I'm using the same hosted zone and then create record set. So this one would be for the failover routing policy in US region. If you see here, I'm not using a domain name, I'm using subdomain name. And I'm giving the subdomain name as www.us.aws-foundation.tk. You do not need to register for your subdomain. Subdomains work without registering themselves. The routing policy would be failover, and I want this instance to be my primary instance. The set ID should be unique as usual. Select the corresponding health check. Click on create. I'll go ahead and create the record set for other EC2 instance. The subdomain name should be same because it would belong to the same failover routing policy. The routing policy should be failover and this one should be secondary. Associate this record set with its corresponding health check. Click on create. I'll go ahead and create record sets for another failover routing policy, but this time the EC2 instances would be from Mumbai region. The subdomain would be www.in.aws-foundation.tk. Routing policy would be failover and I want this EC2 instance to be primary. Associate this record set with its corresponding health check. Create the second record set for the same failover routing policy. So this portion is done. I have created failover routing policy, basically two failover routing policies for two subdomains, www.us.aws-foundation.tk and www.in.aws-foundation.tk. Now I'll have to create the latency based routing policy with a domain name www.aws-foundation.tk. This is our original domain. Click on create record set. This time I'll not use any subdomain name, I'll use this domain instead. So www.aws-foundation.tk. Type would be A. Ideally, you should put a value or IP address here, but I do not have any IP address. As this will be a latency based routing policy and I want to point this record set to this subdomain name. So I'll have to select alias in this case, click alias as yes, and the target name. Select the subdomain us.aws-foundation.tk. Routing policy should be latency and select a region. The region would be US East 1 or North Virginia. Select evaluate target health as yes. I do not want to associate this record set with any health check because we do not have any health checks for this one. Click on create. Similarly, I will create one more record set with the same domain name. This time, alias target should be the other subdomain, which is in.awsfnfoundation.tk. Routing policy would be latency based, and the region would be Mumbai or AP South 1. Set ID should be unique, evaluate target health should be set as yes, and I do not want to associate this record set with any health checks. Click on create. So the complex routing policy has been created. Let's see how it should behave. As I'm sitting in India, whenever I type awsfnfoundation.tk, it will hit the latency based routing policy and then it will take me to this record set because this record set has been created for Mumbai region, which is closer to my location. From there, it will go to the failover record set, and in failover, as you know, it always goes to primary. So finally, it will go to the primary record set. In my case, this is the primary record type of failover routing policy. Let's see what it returns. So it returns an orange background with Route 53 INST1 India. This is instance number 1 in India. So if I type aws-foundation.tk, I should get this page. This is my domain name and it is taking me to the orange instance as expected. If this instance goes down, then it would take me to the secondary instance. If someone from USA would try to access this domain name, then it would hit the latency based routing policy, then it would go here, from there it will go to the failover record type and finally to this primary EC2 instance. This is our second demo. Herein we'll attach Route 53 with an elastic load balancer. Then we'll set up Route 53 DNS name for load balancer. We'll create a hosted zone and record set which points to the A record or alias record of ELB created above. If you want, you can create application on network load balancer also. And if you want, you can put auto scaling behind your load balancer as well. Let's see how to integrate Route 53 with Elastic Load Balancer. I already have two EC2 instances up and running in North Virginia region. I'll use those two EC2 instances and put them behind a classic load balancer. And then I'll use the domain name aws-foundation.tk to reach to this load balancer. I have created this load balancer and it is going to the EC2 instances in North Virginia region. As usual, the traffic distribution is proper. Let us go ahead and integrate Route 53 with this load balancer. So next time after the integration is done, we'll not be using this DNS name, we'll be using aws-foundation.tk domain name to get the same feature. Click on create record set. The record set will be created for our domain name. This time also, we do not have any value. Even though the value is a DNS name, the DNS name is not for an EC2 instance, it's for a load balancer, which is distributing traffic across two EC2 instances. So what do we do if we don't have a value? We click on alias. In the target name, we'll use the classic load balancer which we have created. So if you see here, the classic load balancer is coming here. Click on this one. For this demo, I'll use simple routing policy. Click on create. After you create the record set, traffic for this domain name would be routed to the load balancer's DNS name. As usual, it will take 5 minutes for the DNS change to get affected because we have a TTL of 5 minutes. The DNS propagation is complete. Now, if we use our domain name, then after every refresh, it would take me to a new EC2 instance. That means the traffic would be distributed evenly across all the EC2 instances. From this DNS name, traffic is going to Route 53. From Route 53, it is being directed to the classic load balancer's DNS name, which is in turn distributing traffic evenly across the two EC2 instances. As expected, we are getting proper traffic distribution using this domain name. Route 53 is integrated with a lot of other AWS services. These are the one. We can integrate Route 53 EC2, which we have already seen. I've already shown you how Elastic Load Balancer can be integrated with Route 53. Then Elastic Beanstalk, CloudFront, RDS and S3 all can be attached or integrated with Route 53 service.